I'm Nick from Sundance, and I'm on board the brand new Prestige X70. This model is a radical departure from traditional 70-foot yacht design. And the key concepts here are redistribution of space and reimagination of flow. First, we'll start with the cockpit. Prestige calls this an infinity cockpit, and it's clear why. We have this glass panel in the aft which blurs the line between cockpit and the sea. Prestige has made the cockpit over 200% larger without making the salon and main living area smaller. How did they accomplish this? They moved the side decks to the Flybridge. So here's where Prestige took a radical departure from typical design. They made the salon full beam, the full width of the boat, and moved the side decks to the Flybridge. And they added these two staircases from the cockpit to the Flybridge and wrapped the side decks seamlessly around, integrating them into the foredeck. What we end up with is a 70-foot yacht with the cockpit like an 85-foot yacht, a full beam, spacious salon, wide side decks, a huge Flybridge, and really seamless flow and movement around the boat. It just worked beautifully. This is the Prestige X70. We're going to take a closer look, and we'll start on the swim platform. The X70 has a hydraulic swim platform with a lift capacity of 1,400 pounds. So you can put a really pretty generously sized dinghy on the swim platform. Prestige makes chocks that go into these sockets in the swim platform to support the dinghy. And then this is one of the coolest features aboard. There's a beach club. As you saw, the beach club is deployed with an up-down button over here. And then we just flip this. We have a couple of cup holders, a stereo, lighting, and a shower. This deluxe shower unit that comes with its own storage case for storage on board. Over here we have the automatic steps when the swim platform drops down into the water, whether you're using it as a dinghy lift or as your own private beach in the water. These steps automatically deploy. This sun lounge in the infinity cockpit has these weighted backrests. So there's actually lead in the base of these backrests. So they're quite heavy. And once you put them in place, they don't go anywhere. And you can, I'm not going to sit on it right now because it rained last night. It's pretty wet, but you can lay on it and it won't move anywhere. And then over here, we have storage inside. And it looks like we actually have the chocks that go on the swim platform for the dinghy stored inside here right now. On the port and starboard sides, we have these sofas built in with storage for a sea bob over here. And same thing over here. It'll also fit a sea bob, just my shoes in it right now though. There's an interior dining and an exterior dining option on this boat. So this boat is configured with the exterior dining option, and we have the dining table out here. Alternatively, the interior dining version moves this table inside in place of the sofa on the starboard side of the salon, and then the sun lounge in the infinity cockpit comes forward and opens up the space in the aft end of the cockpit for more flexibility, whatever kind of sun seating you choose to put out there. Where you would normally have side deck access, we have these two staircases. Now there is an option to have one staircase, which would eliminate this staircase, and there would be an outdoor galley unit here in its place. There's also a starboard side boarding door over here, which you would have better access to with the single staircase version. You can see how well the salon and cockpit flow together. The deck is flush between the two, so it makes this space just massive. There's also an option for these doors to be powered and on an automatic sensor, kind of like walking into a grocery store. The furniture in the salon is freestanding. It is anchored down in the back of the individual pieces, but it's freestanding so the owner can customize the furniture in the salon. There's also different leather choices. The furniture in the salon is a high-end French designer called Duvivier. The blinds in the salon are powered. On the port side of the salon, when you enter, we have the main battery switches, climate control, control for the main chiller units down in the engine room, which run the climate system, and then power up and down windows on the port and starboard sides of the salon. So we'll take a look at those. On the starboard side of the salon, right when you enter, we have a Raymarine ship control unit, and this controls quite a bit of functions on the boat. So all of the interior lighting and exterior lighting actually is accessible through this lighting page. There's a climate page where you can control the climate units. There is, I guess it's showing us a compass heading and depth. We can control the stereos on the boat from here, monitor battery voltage. It shows caution icons on 2 of those, only because they're off currently. There's actually no issues there. Tankage, power, shore power, bilge pumps, so we can monitor all the bilge pumps on the boat, and it'll alert you if a bilge pump is going off frequently, and fuel tanks. The TV comes down from above the galley. The galley is centrally located, and as you can see, it's very much a part of the main living space, which is very nice if you're entertaining and preparing food at the same time. The countertops are marble. The appliances are miele, which includes the fridge, freezer, microwave, and the dishwasher, and cooktop, induction cooktop. And then there's a vent hood up here. There's a lot of storage, including dedicated storage for the silverware package. We have a hidden drawer right here. Easy to miss if you don't know it's there. And another drawer down here under the microwave. Over here we have a built-in espresso machine, and you can put your pods up there. Dish storage here, cordless Dyson storage and charging station right here, and more storage here. One of the important things to notice about the X70 is a really high level of fit and finish, a higher level really of fit and finish than Prestige has ever done before. And you can see that in the detail in these doors. You can see it, in fact you can see it all over the boat. We have a wine cooler here, and then a lot more storage. In fact, there's a cabinet specifically for glasses, and 2 more cabinets here. The helm station is just 2 steps up from the main living area, and it really feels like a command station. It feels very, very much like a mini super yacht. We have 3 Raymarine screens, IPS joystick controls here, bow thruster control, main engine controls. Let's see, some bilge pump overrides, lights, windlass, windshield wipers, the Volvo screen for the engines there, the Raymarine autopilot here, Raymarine VHF down there, more climate control over here, because there's a dedicated climate unit for this area. All of the materials were selected specifically for minimal glare, plus with the reverse windshield. It doesn't get a lot of sunlight, direct sunlight in here, unless the sun is at a very low angle like it is right now early in the morning. But midday, you don't get a lot of direct sunlight in here, so it maintains excellent visibility for cruising. Speaking of visibility, it does have excellent visibility. These lights have a red light function for cruising at night, so you can maintain good visibility at night. This helm seat, there is a 2-person helm seat option for right here. Plus we have great seating over here and over here. there are 2 opening hatches above, which are great for ventilation. I mean, this is a big boat and it has a big seakeeper, so it's going to run great in rough water. But if you're in really rough water, it can't hurt to get some fresh air. So this is these are perfectly located to kind of dump some fresh air right in your face if you're cruising in rough water, or if you just want some fresh air. Part of the reimagination of flow aboard the X70 includes access to the flybridge and the bow through this pilot house door. The foredeck of the boat is a flat deck, which is kind of a departure from recent designs that incorporate seating or sun pads up here. Prestige chose to make this a flat deck because there is so much entertainment space in the infinity cockpit and on the flybridge. This is also a great entertainment space, but most of it is in the aft. And this is also intended to be a serious cruising boat. And by making this a flat deck, you can toss these pillows inside and it maintains excellent visibility, forward visibility, without any obstructions up here, and entertainment space in the back. This is the foredeck sun canopy. It is a mesh material, so it won't hold water. And then these carbon fiber poles slide into sockets in the deck and then attach like this. Pretty slick system. Here we have the port side access from the bow to the flybridge. And it's only, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps up. It's a nice gradual rise, and this is part of that reimagination of flow on this boat. The foredeck, the bow, and the flybridge are really blended together very nicely. The flybridge is very spacious. On the aft end of the flybridge, which we'll take a look at in a minute, is full beam. Forward flybridge, we have 2 helm seats, 2 screens, all of the controls and instruments that you would need to run the boat. Autopilot control, looks like a cradle for a VHF, joystick for the IPS, bow thruster, spotlight, lights, bilge pumps. Right here by the engine controls, this second switch is a rocker to open and close the hardtop shade. We have another beautiful marble dining table on the flybridge, just like down in the cockpit, with another set of Rhoda designer chairs. And then on the starboard side, we have a refrigerator unit here, a couple cup holders, storage, and then this is actually one of 4 joystick controls on the boat. So we have, of course, a joystick at both helm stations and bow thruster control. This one on the starboard side, and then down in the cockpit, there's another panel just like this with another joystick on the port side for controlling the boat from the cockpit. This is a galley unit with a grill, a sink, an ice maker, and storage. At the aft end of the flybridge, it's full beam. We have a sunshade package with carbon fiber poles, just like the bow. They slide into sockets and then the sunshade attaches. Rhoda designer lounge chairs, but this space is intended to be configured how the owner chooses to. Like the cockpit, there's a glass panel back here, which carries that infinity effect to the flybridge too. One of the key design principles that Prestige carries throughout their model lineup is a private entry to the master stateroom. And on this boat, it's a forward master. We have access to it down the port side here from the Salon. Something that you can't really see on camera, but I'm going to tell you about, this is the most comfortable carpet I've ever stood on. The master on the X70 is very similar to the master on the 680 or 690 Prestige. It's a forward master, it's full beam, it has a lot of natural light, it has a large walk-in closet here to port, master head access right here. The closet is very spacious. We have a little safe in here, hanging, shelves, and then through here, the master head is very spacious. We have this nice large shower, storage here. Storage up above. And then this mirror slides. So we have a mirror or storage behind. And of course there's blinds here for privacy to close that off. And then storage down here. Here there's a hatch up to the bow for ventilation. And mosquito screen and sunshade. Through the floor and the master head, there's access to the bow thruster and the gray water sump for the shower. Halfway down the staircase to the 3 staterooms, we have access to some electrical panels. In fact, the electrical panels for the boat. So we have AC, DC, and then more AC, some DC. Down the staircase and aft, we have the VIP guest suite. And this is a full beam suite. The head is over there. And we have all the typical Prestige stuff. We have a vanity, a closet, storage, big TV. And then over here we have the head. Behind me are the 2 other guest berths. Now this boat can be built as a 3 stateroom plus crew quarter boat. This is the 4 stateroom plus crew quarter. So this is divided into 2 separate staterooms, both of which have 2 smaller berths. We can take a look at this one. A lot of storage over here, closet, TV, storage, and then 2 berths, which can be made into 1 berth. And then over here, basically the same thing, TV, storage, 2 berths. But again, if this were to be built in the 3 stateroom, then this would be another full beam. It would be the 3rd full beam suite on the boat. We're in the skipper cabin of the X70. We have a washer dryer unit here, and then through this door is the stateroom in the skipper cabin, the berth. And it's really quite big. We have some storage over here, some ventilation. There is air conditioning and heat in here too. Here we have the head and shower for the skipper cabin. A lot of headroom, plenty of room. It is a wet head. Through this door we have access to the engine room. One of 2 engine room accesses. As you can see, the engine room is huge, and it's really well organized and really well laid out. We have the Volvo IPS 1350 engines. We have the fuel tanks, port and starboard there, about a little under 1,100 gallons of diesel. Generator here, Seakeeper 18 right here. To starboard we have the inverter and 2 battery chargers. Main AC power source selectors right there, which are controlled from the ship control up in the main living areas of the boat, but manual overrides there. 2 Dometic air conditioner units, air conditioning with reverse cycle heat. Over here is all of the Raymarine electronics. There's a nice panel with all of the Raymarine electronics that are easy to access and easy to work on if you needed to. Battery bank, engine battery bank access over here. One of 2 holding tanks on the boat right there. There's access through this hatch to the seacocks for the water intakes for the engines for cooling, and the strainers are right there. And these sight glasses on the fuel tanks, these are very helpful for coming down and getting a visual inspection on your fuel level so you can be sure that you have as much fuel as you think you do. and dual Raycor fuel filters on both sides, and a water filter for the 2 ice makers on this particular boat. Go through that water filter right there.